it all started in Michigan.
Yeah.
You know, just having a dream, believing in myself, believing in my skills, believing in my talent, and also surrounding myself with the right team. I had to surround myself with the right people. And everything took flight, you know, but just my mother being on crack,
Yeah.
my dad being shot when I was a kid.
You was there.
Actually, my dad was holding me when he got shot. I was a kid, my dad picked me up when my dad got shot. Actually, my brother shot my dad, my uncle. And then when I was in Vegas, actually, I think it was somewhere around 2006, my same uncle that shot my daddy, he died in my house. So, you know, I've been through a lot of ups and downs, but I beat all the odds.
How did you keep your mental from all the trauma that you witnessed? Because that's just a little bit. You had a lot of shit that you you went through. How did you keep your mental together as a kid? You running in the streets, you're boxing, you're going to the gym, your dad going to. How did you keep your mental together from all that trauma?
I just say to myself, I just look at the people out here in the world today. And a lot of times we cry, we complain. We complain about things that's not really important. We always worry about who got the most, or who got this and who got that, instead of just staying in your own lane worrying about what you got. So that's what I try to do. I try to focus on Floyd, Mayweather. I don't try to get in nobody else's lane. I'm not jealous of nobody else, and that's what I do. Actually, what I did early on, you got to balance on a small scale. So what I was able to do was balance money on a small scale first. I made some mistakes in the beginning, but you know, that comes with the territory. Then one of the best investments that I did was New York real estate. So it started off with 7 figures, and I was getting a certain amount of money every month, because you know, when I get with my friends that's Jewish, and I get with my friends, my white friends and my Jewish friends, I'm not with them. I'm not trying to say, let me get on your plane, or I like your house. I say, you know what? Show me how to get generational wealth. And just being around them, I soaked up the game and I learned it. And just being with Al Heyman played a major part, you know, with helping me get to where I got to. You know, Al Heyman one day just told me, you want to be the highest paid athlete? We'll do that. You want to go on Forbes as the top guy? We'll do that. But then, you know, along with Al and my Jewish friends and my white friends, what we did was we built generational wealth. So my first investment, my first investment was $5 million, but that was years ago. I'm talking about years ago. When I first gave them $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. So I said, yo, the money kept coming on the 18th every month. 50,000 would come in. I still was competing, I still was fighting, I still was active, and I still was making crazy money. I told the guys, well, I'm gonna bring y'all another 8 figures. I said, I'm gonna bring you guys 8 figures now. I know I gave you guys 7 figures, but I'm gonna bring you guys 8 figures. But then it was so
You just say that shit so easy. I'm gonna bring y'all 8 figures.
This ain't about nothing.
The fuck?
It's pocket money.
So it was paying off. So what I did was I went and dumped 9 figures on them. Even like with my career, so when I dumped the 9 figures on them, and I gave them 9 figures, then eventually I was getting, you know, crazy 7 figures every month. I'm still getting that to this day. But I put myself in a position where I said, you know what? Because when you see me, you see the cars, you see the flashy, but it's a lot that comes along with that. A lot of smart moves that's behind the scenes. So what I did was I invested, and so you guys right now, you guys can Google this. You Google one Vanderbilt and Google Floyd Mayweather. I'm a part of that project. That's the tallest building in New York City.
So kid come up, all this trauma, American dream shit too. All this trauma, Michigan to Jersey, going through it, family going through it. And
Mom's on drugs.
Oh, mom's on drugs, dad going to penitentiary. And you own skyscrapers in New York City?
Yes.
Oh, my God, come on. So everything is possible.
Anything's possible. Anything is possible. You know, I own so many different buildings in so many different places. My exact number in New York City, I own nine skyscrapers in New York City.
9 skyscrapers?
Yes.
And let me ask you this question.
He getting it to him.
Do you think that would be possible if you never bought yourself out of the top rank contract?
Well, I bought myself on my contract for $750,000. And in just 3 fights, I made $750 million.
So would you say that was maybe the biggest point in your career? Was because you had the talent, you had all of that.
I think the best thing about my career was I'm my own boss. That I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I rolled the dice, and to become great at whatever you want to do, you got to roll the dice and take a chance on yourself.
Absolutely.
And that's what I do.
Oh, you definitely
Absolutely.
a gambler.
Absolutely.
You definitely.
Everybody always say, "Oh, I'm from here, I'm from there." At the end of the day, it's all about results.
Yes.
It's not where you're from, it's where you're going.
Because you can. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan, but a lot of times you gotta leave.
That mindset.
You have to leave wherever you're from and go somewhere else so you can focus better and become big. You got 24 hours in a day. 8 hours you sleep, right? And most people work a 9 to 5. So 8 hours you're working. Okay, so we have 16 hours. We got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we had 19? It take you an hour to get ready. So we had 20 hours. So you guys cannot spend 4 hours going to about, oh, they lying. Oh, I like this photo. Oh, they faking. Sending photos to other people. Y'all got to get focused. I'm where I'm at because I'm focused. Tunnel vision. I'm focused on what I got to do. Y'all got to have a game plan.
Gotta get focused.
The only thing we can do is take one day at a time. It's all we can do. No one is perfect. Every day we strive to be perfectionists, but no one is perfect. I make mistakes. I've said things that I shouldn't have said when I was younger. I've done things that I shouldn't have done when I was younger. I'm not perfect, but we live and we learn. And that's a part of growing. Some guys game plan. We gonna rush him. Nate down. We gonna rush him. Okay. What's your second game plan? That's plan A. What's plan B? Pacquiao, he can set the trap for other fighters, but you can't set the trap for Floyd Mayweather because you got to have plan A. You have to have plan B, and if you don't have a plan B, then you go to plan C. I've never beat a fighter with my A game. You have to have a certain charisma about yourself, a certain look about yourself. That pay-per-view attraction, that pay-per-view look. I know because I was a young kid and I had that same look. Certain fighters, Oscar De La Hoya, he had the look. Sugar Ray Leonard had the look. Mike Tyson had the look. Certain fighters have that look and that charisma about them to become pay-per-view stars. And if anybody know about who can become a pay-per-view star, you're talking to the king of pay-per-view. You have to realize we did so many record-breaking numbers, we don't no longer call it pay-per-view, we call it May-per-view. I never focus on anything but the guy that's in front of me. Because when it comes down to it, I always said this for many, many years, the fans cannot fight for you. And one thing I know I can do, I can fight. So, the fans, when they shout, scream, I don't worry about nothing. I just, keep my composure and stick to the game plan. Constantly keep coming ahead, pushing him,
pushing him back. You know, when he first come out for the first 20 seconds of the round, when he go back to his corner and he sit down, I said when he come out, he gonna come out for 30 seconds and fight hard, and then he gonna break. And once he break, that's when I'm gonna shoot a hard shot to the body, hit him with a hard shot up top, and keep pushing him back. Remember, I told you guys, weight doesn't win fights. Fighting wins fights. And then, you know, when I said talking doesn't win fights, fighting wins fights. Meaning that when we was on when we was on stage for the weigh-in, I don't have to do no more talking. We fighting tomorrow, so I did enough talking on our tour, basically. So, you know, everybody said, "Oh, Mayweather, you was talking on the tour." Okay, I did a lot of talking on tour, but now it's time to fight. We 24 hours away from the biggest fight in the world, the biggest combat fight in the world. There's no need to talk anymore. There's no blueprint on how to beat me. I can crack any Da Vinci Code when I'm in that ring. I'm the best.
Right now, do you believe you're the best in the world?
I feel I'm the best ever. I broke everybody's record. Tell me who record I haven't broke. It's not bragging or boasting. The proof is in the pudding. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie.
Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter if it's Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali. Doesn't matter.
I respect them. I take my hat off to them. But you think I gave this sport my whole life to say there's another fighter that's better than me? Absolutely not. Life is priceless. And life is priceless. And your health is your wealth. So a lot of times they say, "Floyd, once you stick around boxing, you can make this and you can make that, you can make this." 2 years off, I could have made a ton of money. But remember, your health is your wealth. Another thing about my career, I never wanted, as far as, making weight. When you ask me about Gervonta, Tank making weight, he's young. But when I was young, I think I would have made those same mistakes if I didn't have my father in my life. Just being a coach that was extremely hard on me. I think that if he didn't discipline me in boxing, I don't really know how my career would have played out. I didn't want to slack, and I didn't want to seem irresponsible or not disciplined. So that's why I always you got to sacrifice something to get something. So that's why I've always made sacrifices to get to a certain level. And to get to the pinnacle, you got to make sacrifices, and that's what I did. They can't be mad at me. I done my job. I never said I was a checkers player. I'm a chess player. I play chess. Every move is calculated. But the fans should have thought about that when I was running through everybody at one particular time. So now I'm just older and wiser. It's like fine wine. I get better with time. I've been around just different people that's been in the game a long time, and my billionaire buddies. Every time I got around my billionaire buddies, I was more like, it's cool to come over your house, but I need a house like this. Yeah. It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. Yeah. It's cool to ride on your jet, but I want a jet like this. And I said, no, I don't want to ride on yours. You show me how to get it. You can't be my friend if you can't show me how to get it. Because once they show me how to get it, then I can install it in my children. Then it trickles down.
It's a bloodline thing.
Yes. So it's about wealth.
Right.
I'm no longer rich, I'm wealthy.
Right.
I'm always thinking, how can I get better? How can our company grow? How can I continue to teach people around me how to fish? And I don't want to fish for them. We teach you how to become entrepreneurs. And if we can't, we want you to be the best that you can be if you're up under the banner.
Jealousy, people jealous of you, comes with success. So anytime you're successful, people gonna be jealous of you. People not always gonna like you. Sometimes when you're in class, some people don't like you when you're in school, right? But that don't stop you from going, right? And you still go there and be your best, right? So the same thing like my job. I still go there and be at my best.
I think I just had a game plan. I had a brilliant game plan. The game plan was to be very outspoken. I was born with personality. I was born with charisma. Speak my mind. Speak from the heart.
You know, I don't hate or dislike anyone. But I want to go out there, you know, and just do what I have to do inside that square circle. Choose a tremendous team on the outside that's going to help me take things to the next level, and that's what I did. That may be faster than me. You got fighters that may hit harder than me. You got fighters that's very athletic, but you don't have no fighter that can make adjustments like me. You don't have fighters that can be on my level mentally. It's never personal for me. It's always business. Every other fighter fight for certain things. Everybody fight for what they fight for. My thing is this. I keep my eyes on the prize. I never focus on things outside the ring. My focus is the guy that's in front of me. You get to where you're trying to get to by staying focused, staying on a parallel path. I always had a dream. And my dream was to be the best. No matter what happens. Saturday. When it comes down to boxing, I'm the best at this. Become great. You have to follow greatness. But to become it's like to become a great leader, you have to be a great follower. And to be successful, you gotta want to follow success. And I want every fighter to just stay focused, stay on the parallel path. 19 years, and I reflect back over my career. I can't just say I'm going out 49-0. You can never overlook anyone. In this camp, did I push myself? Absolutely. Every fight played a major key. All 48 fights played a major key. It's not just the intelligence. It's the sharp mind. It's the good chin. It's the tremendous heart. I never overlook no opponent. I train for every fighter the same way. I push myself. I believe in my skills and I believe in my talent.
I feel if I work hard, I can play hard.
Drop his head.
This is me. Did nobody get in there and put the gloves on for me? Did nobody go out there on that road and run miles and miles for me? Nobody took the broken ribs. Nobody took the bloody nose. I did it all. I dedicated myself to my craft, and I bust my ass. I'm going to continue to keep believing in my skills, keep listening to my father, keep listening to my uncle, and sit on this throne for 30 months.